brave individuals. Our veterans were, and are, essential to shaping our great country. Words such as bravery, commitment, resilience, and sacrifice are what we think of the veterans for. But what a veteran endures throughout their tour of service can never be measured or repaid. So today, it's about remembrance and respect. Veterans Day began as Armistice Day, marking the end of World War I on November 11, 1918, when the guns fell silent and hope for peace was renewed. Originally honoring those who served in the conflict, the day evolved. By 1954, it became Veterans Day, recognizing all who served, overseas and on the mainland, in times of war and peace alike. Veterans come from every walk of life, united by a common purpose. Some serve far from loved ones. Some carry memories that remain with them forever, and some made the ultimate sacrifice. But each answered the call to protect our country and the liberties we often take for granted. And every time we speak freely, vote, or gather with our loved ones, we are living with the freedom safeguarded by their courage. President John F. Kennedy once said, "As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them." Veterans didn't serve to hear thank you once a year. They serve to protect the way of life, and we honor them not just with our words, by living with appreciation for our freedoms. Today, I invite us all to reflect on what this day truly represents. It's a chance to honor those who put on the uniform and pledge to protect our country. Let's remember those still serving, those who have come home, and those who never did. And let's recognize that their service didn't end when they returned. Veterans carry their legacy of service every day, and it's our responsibility to make sure these sacrifices are never forgotten. If you know a veteran, I encourage you to reach out, thanking them for their service and dedication to their country. Thank you to our veterans, their families, and everyone who continues to serve. Today and every day, we honor you. May we never forget your courage, strength, and the price you paid for our freedom. Thank you.
Good morning. We would now like to take a moment to recognize the alumni of Marshall County High School who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Staff Sergeant Todd Nunez, MCHS class of 1994, who served in the Army from 1995 to his death on May 2, 2004. He served during Operation Iraqi Freedom. His convoy encountered an improvised explosive device, and Todd was an avid wrestler at MCHS. Mark Wilzinski, MCHS class of 1995, who served in the Marines during Operation Enduring Freedom from 1995 until his death on March 27, 2007 in Iraq. Mark was a male cheerleader at MCHS. Sergeant David Beerholzer, MCHS class of 1998, who served in the Army from 2002 until his death on July 4, 2006 in Afghanistan during Operation Enduring Freedom. He died in combat by taking a bullet for a member of his squad. David played football at MCHS and wore number 28. As we remember these names, let us remember that their stories are not distant. They are part of the story of this school, this town, and this community. Their legacy lives on in our halls, our classrooms, and our hearts. I would ask that you join me in taking a moment of silence for these very individuals. Thank you. On this Veterans Day, let us cherish those who stand among us and honor the memory of those who do not, whose presence we feel in spirit. We would also like to recognize members of the MCHS faculty who have served. When I call your name, please come to the floor for recognition and a token of appreciation. Officer Anthony Garrett, who served in the U.S. Army, he's not here today. Mr. Hunter Newton, who served in the TN Army National Guard for 6 years. And Mr. Josh Schwartz, who served as an infantryman for 13 years and was deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan in 2009 and 2013. He also achieved the rank of Staff Sergeant. Thank you all for your service. Before I turn this over to Mr. Steele, one more time on behalf of MCHS, we would like to say thank you for your service. Veterans Day reminds us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision that something else is more important. Our veterans make that choice for us. As we dismiss, I ask you to carry this spirit of gratitude with you, to remember the sacrifice behind every flag you see waving today. Let's continue to honor our veterans, not just today, but every day, through how we treat one another and how we serve our community. Thank you.
I'd just like to thank you one last time. All those of you that have family members, those of you that live in sports, just forgiving yourself during your time being veterans. We thank you again. Just can't thank you enough. Before we dismiss, if you're a visitor and would like to go on the leave, get out before the masses start moving, now would be a good time. Teachers, you can also ease out and be ready to go upstairs.